Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Fortnite Focus. In this episode we are going to cover off a few tips and tricks through the various sections, so loot, base, building, gameplay, that sort of thing, in a vlog style format. So here we go. Some key factors involving building up your base. So when you're doing the base defense missions, using the constructor is a really good idea. So the constructor gets cost-saving advantages in the form of materials. So if you've got a lot of building to do, being a constructor is really worth it. A really quick way of destroying self-built walls is to reduce them down to the smallest size. So get the two little squares, that sort of setup, build it down to that, and then when it's rebuilding you'll see that its health drops down low. If you start hitting it then, should go a lot quicker. So that's a really quick way of getting rid of some walls. Okay, so in regards to loot, always break down garden gnomes. So they've got a chance to drop active power cells, so if you see one, destroy it, because you never know, you might get an active power cell, and that's a really good resource to get. Most of us play with sound anyway, but something that's really important when you've got your sound on is listening out for shimmering noises, because any nearby chests will give off a shimmering noise, and you don't want to miss out on those chests. When playing as the Outlander, check to see whether you've got the Keen Eyes skill for your hero, and if you can level up to the Keen Eyes skill, that's really important. The Keen Eyes skill will allow you to see through walls, so that you can identify containers which will have kind of colours, green, blue and purple, depending on what loot's in them, so worth getting the Keen Eyes skill. When destroying objects found around the map, you'll see that there's a little blue circle. Try and aim at the blue circle whilst destroying the items, because if you do that, it will destroy them quicker. You'll hear a little sound to show that you're hitting that, and you'll get better loot from it. When checking out which schematics to recycle or drop into your collection, check the statistics associated with them, the bonuses, because whilst they may look identical, sometimes there's subtle differences. So one of the key things being elemental effects. You may have the exact same schematic, but the elemental effect once leveled up may be different, so you may want to hold on to one. One may do fire, one may do water, that sort of thing. So definitely look out for the bonuses on your schematics. Daily quests. So if you've got daily quests that you really don't think you're going to achieve, you can actually sort of abandon the quest, and by abandoning the quest you actually get a brand new one. So you don't forfeit the quest, you get a re-roll on it, and that re-roll may suit the kind of gameplay that you want to do for that day. Now this one's fairly obvious, but adding a schematic into the collection consumes it. So if you're going to do that, make sure that you don't really want it. So only throw it into your collection if you're not going to use it, because you will lose it. Okay, so some gameplay points. So lower characters, you'll see them, they kind of got like glowy heads and they throw their skulls. Well, I think they throw their skulls anyway, but their projectiles that they fire off can be shot out of the air. So if you see one coming towards you, pick it off. Be gone. Sometimes you'll see those big husks carrying around a propane tank on their shoulder. Shoot that from a distance and it will kind of spark off and eventually explode, so you can kind of take a few of them out from a distance. The other side of it though, if they do manage to throw it towards you, you can use your pick like a golf club and knock it away. So yeah, if it gets anywhere near your base, get your pick out, give it a hit, clears it out of the way, no problem. Now you may have just come across this one whilst playing, but if you add blue glow into the mission objectives without activating it, it actually reveals the direction that the storm is coming from. So on your map you'll see sort of a white glow, and the purple sort of teleport spots will appear. So do that and that'll give you an idea of the best areas to defend, save you wasting some resources defending an area which they're not going to come from. Okay, so a couple of the things which you might not necessarily understand based on the naming of it. So fortitude, what is fortitude? So fortitude actually increases your health, but also your health regeneration rate. I think it increases it by plus 1% per point that you up your fortitude, so it can be pretty useful if you're maybe like a ninja or something, so you're going in, you're getting into some close combat, you're going to take damage, you need that regeneration. So we've talked about fortitude, but what's resistance? So offense, damage, fortitude, health. Resistance is your shield. So you may not have even noticed it, but you've got a blue bar and a green bar. Blue bar is your shield, green bar is your health. So if you take some damage, your shield will go down, your health will stay the same. Once your shield is gone, your health will stop to go down. So having a larger shield is better in the long run, because it'll stop you taking health damage, and the shield will regenerate. So resistance is useful. And so the final area in regards to those sort of skill sets is tech. So tech is the damage done by your traps, but also the healing points that you can put down. It also increases the potency of them. So pumping into tech is really useful if you're planning on putting down lots of traps and building lots of stuff. So something you might not know is that the husks are actually a little cleverer than we think. So when attacking a point, they prioritise the shortest and the weakest of routes to the objective. So if you upgrade a load of your walls but leave some which haven't been upgraded, if the distance to the objective via the non-upgraded walls is similar, maybe just slightly more, it'll actually go for those weaker walls. So sometimes you can use the fact that you've got weaker walls in a certain area and stronger walls in another area to actually sort of direct them across some of your traps. So be careful which walls you upgrade. Okay, and that's it for tips and tricks for now. If you've got any additional ones that I've not pointed out, love it if you could drop some comments down below. People would really appreciate it. I'd really appreciate it, so that'd be amazing. If you found anything in this video useful, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. It makes such a big difference. And if you haven't already and you like what you saw, a subscribe would be amazing. It really does help me progress the channel further, to be able to provide quality content for you. So if you could, that'd be amazing. But otherwise, thanks for tuning in. Check me out on Twitter for updates on future videos, and I will see you guys around soon.